Shalom, shalom, beloved. It's me, Angel, another saint. I will be reading Job 11. And, let me pray. Abba, Eloha, I come before your throne. I wonder at how can I say that I lift you up? How can I say that I magnify you? How can I say that I give you honor and praise? If I am just a piece of earth, I will go back into the earth. Abba, and yet I dare say it. I dare say that with every breath that I take, Abba, that I long for you, Abba. You give and you take, and our breathing is the proof of that, Abba. You take our breath when we exhale, and you give us your breath when we inhale. Abba, you are all over us, inwardly and outwardly. Abba, you love us. Everything that you allow to happen to us is for our own good. Abba, you are the Most High. You are the righteous judge. You are the giver and the taker, the provider and the one that gives our very life. Therefore, we exist only because you allow us to. You are on the throne and have always been there. And you will never be removed. Abba, you established the sun and the moon and the stars, the oceans and the mountains to be where they are. They obey you. Abba, even the animals know you. Abba, thank you. Thank you for every second of life that you've given us. Let us repent when we do wrong. Teach us, Abba, to shut our mouth when we're supposed to. Teach us, Abba, to open our mouth when we're supposed to. Heal our bodies, we ask of you, Abba, that we may serve you better, Abba. That we may learn our lesson. That we may teach others so that they don't fall where we have fallen. Abba, let us speak with your love in our words. That we may love one another and build each other up. Abba, I want to thank you for everything that you provide for us. I want to thank you for everything that you do not provide for us. For you teach us how to do without and how to live with. Abba, no matter where we look, there you are. How can that not be overwhelming to us, your children, Abba? The animals, nature, we declare your majesty, your kingdom, your holiness. Abba, we magnify you and reflect your light as mirrors, as children. We speak of what you have taught us and allow us to experience. And we thank you, Abba. We thank you for loving us. We thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In Yahusha's name, protect their babies, Abba. Amen. Here we go, beloved. Verse 1, Job 11. Then answered Cepher the Amathi and said, should not the multitude of words be answered? And should not a man full of talk be justified? Should your lies make men hold their peace? And when you mock, shall no man make you ashamed? For you have said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in your eyes. But oh, that Eloah would speak and open his lips against you, and that he would show you the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that Eloah exacts of you less than your iniquity deserves. Can you by searching find out Eloah? Can you find out El Shaddai unto perfection? It is as high as Shamayim, that what can you do? Deeper than Sheol, what can you know? The measure thereof is longer than the earth, and broader than the sea. If he cut off and shut up, or gather together, then who can hinder him? For he knows vain men, he sees wickedness also. Will he not then consider it? For vain man would be wise, though man be born like a wild ass's coat. If you prepare your heart and stretch out your hands toward him, if iniquity be in your hand, put it far away, and let not wickedness dwell in your tabernacles. For then shall you lift up your face without spot, yea, you shall be steadfast and shall not fear. Because you shall forget your misery and remember it as waters that pass away. And your age shall be clearer than the noonday. You shall shine forth, you shall be as the morning. And you shall be secure, because there is hope. Yea, you shall dig about you, and you shall take your rest in safety. Also you shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Yea, many shall make suit unto you. But the eyes of the wicked shall fall, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the Ruach, the Spirit. Let's read the next chapter, beloved. And Iyov answered and said, No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you. But if I have understanding as well as you, I am not inferior to you. Yea, who knows not such things as these? I am as one mocked of his neighbor, who calls upon Eloha, and he answers him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. He that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamp despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke El are secure, into whose hand Eloah brings abundantly. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach you, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell you. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach you, and the fish of the sea shall declare unto you. Who knows not in all these that the hand of Yahuwah has wrought this? In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind? Does not the ear try words, and the mouth taste his meat? With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding. With him is wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding. Behold, he breaks down that it cannot be built again. He shuts up a man, and there can be no opening. Behold, he withholds the waters, and they dry up. Also he sends them out, and they overturn the earth. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leads counselors away spoiled, and makes the judges fools. He looses the bond of kings, and girds their loins with a belt. He leads princes away spoiled, and overthrows the mighty. He removes away the speech of the trusty, and takes away the understanding of the aged. He pours contempt upon princes, and weakens the strength of the mighty. He discovers deep things out of darkness, and brings out to light the shadow of death. He increases the nations and destroys them. He enlarges the nations and straightens them again. He takes away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth, and causes them to wander in the wilderness where there is no way. They grope in the dark without light, and he makes them to stagger like a drunken man. Let's keep reading. Lo, my eye has seen all this, my ear has heard and understood it. What ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I would speak to El Shaddai, and I desire to reason with El. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and this should be your wisdom. Hear now my reasoning, and hearken to the pleadings of my lips. Will ye speak wickedly for El, and talk deceitfully for him? Will ye accept his person? Will ye contend for El? Is it good that he should search you out? Or as one man mocks another, do ye so mock him? He will surely reprove you. If ye do secretly accept persons, shall not his excellency make you afraid, and his dread fall upon you? Your remembrances are like unto ashes, your bodies to bodies of clay. Hold your peace, let me alone that I may speak, and let come on me that will. Wherefore do I take my flesh in my teeth, and put my life in my hand? Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain my own ways before him. He also shall be my Yeshua, my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before him. Hear diligently my speech, and my declaration with your ears. Behold now, I have ordered my cause, I know that I shall be justified. Who is he that will plead with me? For now if I hold my tongue, I shall give up the Ruach. Only do not do things unto me, then will I not hide myself from you. Withdraw your hand far from me, and let not your dread make me afraid. Then call you, and I will answer. Or let me speak, and answer you me. How many are my iniquities and sins? Make me to know my transgression and my sin. Wherefore hide your face, and hold me for your enemy. Will you break a leaf driven to and fro? And will you pursue the dry stubble? For you write bitter things against me, and make me to possess the iniquities of my youth. You put my feet also in the stocks, and look narrowly unto all my paths. You set a print upon the heels of my feet. And he, as a rotten thing, consumes, and a garment that is moth-eaten. Chapter 14, beloved. Man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. He comes forth like a flower and is cut down. He flees also as a shadow and continues not. And do you upon your eyes upon such one, and bring me into judgment with you? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with you. You have appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him, that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as a hireling his day. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease, though the root thereof was old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground. Yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth boughs like a plant. But man dies and wastes away, man gives up his Ruach, spirit, and where is he? As the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decays and dries up, so man lies down and rises not, till the heavens be no more. they shall not awake nor be raised out of their sleep. Oh, that you would hide me in Sheol, oh, that you would keep me a secret until your wrath be past, that you would appoint me a set time and remember me. Amen. That set time is the calendar I believe I have been led to, beloved. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change comes. You shall call, and I will answer you. You will have a desire to work of your hands. You shall call, and I will answer you. Amen. You will have a desire to the work of your hands. Amen. For now you number my steps. Do you not watch over my sin? My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and you sew up my iniquity. And surely the mountain falling comes to naught, and the rock is removed out of his place. The waters wear the stones. You wash away the things which you grow out of the dust of the earth, and you destroy the hope of man. You prevail forever against him, and he passes you, change his countenance. 20. You prevail forever against him, and he passes. You change his countenance, and send him away. His sons come to honor, and he knows it not. And they are brought low, but he perceives it not of them. But his flesh upon him shall have pain, and his soul with him shall mourn. Next chapter, beloved, Job 15. Then answered Eliphaz, the Sumani, the Temani. How do we pronounce it? Temani. Should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? Yea, you cast off fear and restrain prayer before El, for your mouth utters your iniquity, and you choose the tongue of the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, and your own lips testify against you. 7. Are you the first man that was born? Or were you made before the hills? Have you heard the secret of Elohah? And do you restrain wisdom to yourself? What know you that we know not? What understand you which is not in us? With us are both the gray-headed and very aged men, much elder than your father. Are the consolations of El small with you? Is there any secret thing with you? Why does your heart carry you away, and what do your eyes wink at? That you turn your ruach against El, and let such words go out of your mouth. I'm getting so tired and sleepy, beloved. What is man that he should be clean? And he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous. Behold, he puts no trust in his Kodeshim. Yea, he Yeah, the heavens are not clean in his sight. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinks iniquity like water. I will show you, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told you from their fathers, and have not find it. Man, beloved, I'm getting so tired. Where was I? I know I already read it, but I'm gonna read 16, 17 again, and then keep on going. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinks iniquity like water. I will show you, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told from their fathers, and have not hid it. Unto whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man travails with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. He believes not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword. He wanders abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knows that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. For he stretches out his hand against El, and strengthens himself against El Shaddai. He runs upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers. Because he covers his face with his fatness, and makes collapses of fat on his flanks. And he dwells in desolate cities and houses which no man inhabits, which are ready to become heaps. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. He shall not depart out of darkness, the flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, that his branch shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the assembly of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief, and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepares deceit. I'm getting so tired, beloved. Oh, this wretched flesh. Abba, give me strength. I want to keep reading, Abba. I think I finished my water. I need to go get more water, beloved. 16. Abba, if you're willing, let me read this chapter. And then let me go back and read it. Read them again from the other app. In Yahusha's name. Amen. Then Iyov answered and said, Iyov chapter 16, beloved. Then Iyov answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. Amen. Shall vain words have an end? Or what emboldens you that you answer? I also could speak as ye do. If your soul were in my soul's stead, I could heap up words against you and shake my head at you. But I would strengthen you with my mouth, and the moving of my lips should assuage your grief. Though I speak, my grief is not assuaged, and though I forbear, what am I eased? But now he has made me weary. You have made desolate all my company, and you have filled me with wrinkles, which is a witness against me, and my leanness rising up in me bears witness to my face. He tears me in his wrath, who hates me. He gnashes upon me with his teeth. My enemy sharpens his eyes upon me. They have gaped upon me with their mouth. They have smitten me upon the cheeks reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. El has delivered me to the perverse and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, but he has broken me asunder. He has also taken me by my neck and shaken me to pieces and set me up for his mark. His archers compass me round about. He cleaves my mind asunder and does not spare. He pours out my gall upon the ground. He breaks me with breach upon breach. He runs upon me like a giant. I have sewed sackcloth upon my skin and defiled my horn in the dust. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids is a shadow of death. Not for any injustice in my hands, also my prayer is pure. O earth, cover not my blood, and let my cry have no place. Also now, behold, my witness is in Shamayim, in heaven, and my record is on high. My friends scorn me, but my eye pours out tears unto Eloah. Oh, that one might plead for a man with Eloah, as a man pleads for his neighbor. When a few years are come, then I shall go the way whence I shall not return. I'm going to read from the Blue Letter Bible now, beloved. Where do I go? Come on now. So I'm going to go from 11 to 16. Abba, for you, Abba. I love you. Let me be obedient. Here I go. Here we go, beloved. Oh. Oh, help me, Abba. In Yahusha's name. Amen. So I'm going to read. I just finished reading from the Cepher, beloved. I read Job 11 through 16 from the Cepher. Now I'm going to read Job 11 through 16 from both the Christian Standard Bible and from the King James Version. Here we go. So I'm going to read from the left column first, then from the right. The left column is the Christian Standard Bible, and the right column is the King James Version. The Cepher and the KJV read almost the same, okay, except it has Hebrew in it. Here we go. Help me, Abba. Then so far, the Naamathite replied. Then answered Zophar the Naamathite and said, should this abundance of words go unanswered and such a talker be acquitted? Should not the multitude of words be answered, and should a man full of talk be justified? Should your babbling put others to silence so that you can keep on ridiculing with no one to humiliate you? Should thy lies make men hold their peace, and when thou mockest shall no man make thee ashamed? You have said, my teaching is sound, and I am pure in your sight. For thou hast said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in thine eyes. But if only Abba would speak and open his lips against you. But oh, that Abba would speak and open his lips against thee. He would show you the secrets of wisdom, for true wisdom has two sides. No, when that Abba has chosen to overlook some of your iniquity. Know then that Abba has chosen to overlook some of your iniquity, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that Abba exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserveth. Can you fathom the depths of Abba, or discover the limits of the Almighty? Canst thou by searching find out Abba? Canst thou find out the Almighty unto perfection? They are higher than the Shamayim, than the heavens. What can you do? They are deeper than Sheol. What can you know? It is as high as Shamayim, as heaven. What canst thou do? Deeper than hell. What canst thou know? Their measure is longer than the earth and wider than the sea. The measure thereof is longer than the earth and broader than the sea. If he passes by and throws someone in prison and convenes a court, who can stop him? If he cut off and shut up or gathered together, then who can hinder him? Surely he knows which people are worthless. If he sees iniquity, will he not take note of it? For he knoweth vain men. He seeth wickedness also. Will he not then consider it? But a stupid person will gain understanding as soon as a wild donkey is born a human. For vain man would be wise, though man be born like a wild as his colt. As for you, if you redirect your heart and spread out your hands to him in prayer, if thou prepare thine heart and stretch out thine hands towards him, if there is iniquity in your hand, remove it. And don't allow injustice to dwell in your tents. If iniquity be in thine hand, put it far away, and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacles. Then you will hold your head high, free from fault. You will be firmly established and unafraid. For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot, yea, thou shalt be steadfast and shalt not fear. For you will forget your suffering, recalling it only as water that has flowed by. Because thou shalt forget thy misery and remember it as waters that pass away. Your life will be brighter than noonday. Its darkness will be like the morning. And thine age shall be clearer than the noonday. Thou shalt shine forth, thou shalt be as the morning. You will be confident because there is hope. You will look carefully about and lie down in safety. And thou shalt be secure because there is hope. Yea, thou shalt dig about thee, and thou shalt take thy rest in safety. You will lie down with no one to frighten you, and many will seek your favor. Also thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid. Yea, many shall make suit unto thee. But the sight of the wicked will fail, their way of escape will be cut off, and their only hope is their last breath. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. Verse 12, beloved. Job 12. Then Job answered and said, no doubt you are the people, and wisdom will die with you. No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you. But I also have a mind like you. I am not inferior to you. Who doesn't know the things you are talking about? But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Yea, who knoweth not such things as these? I am a laughing stock to my friends, by calling on Abba, who answers me. The righteous and upright man is a laughing stock. I am as one mocked of his neighbor, who calleth upon Abba, and he answereth him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. The one who is at ease holds calamity in contempt and thinks it is prepared for those whose feet are slipping. He that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamp despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tents of robbers are safe, and those who trouble Abba are secure. Abba holds them in his hands. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke Abba are secure, into whose hand Abba bringeth abundantly. Amen. But ask the animals, and they will instruct you. Ask the birds of the sky, and they will tell you. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it will instruct you. Let the fish of the sea inform you. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the master has done this? Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the master hath wrought this? The life of every living thing is in his hand, as well as the breath of all mankind. In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind? Doesn't the ear test words as the palate tastes food? Doth not the ear try words, and the mouth taste his meat? Wisdom is found with the elderly, and understanding comes with long life. With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding. Job speaks of the power of Abba. Verse 13, beloved, Job 12. Wisdom and strength belong to Abba. Counsel and understanding are his. With him is wisdom and strength. He hath counsel and understanding. Whatever he tears down cannot be rebuilt. Whoever he imprisons cannot be released. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built again. He shutteth up a man, and there can be no opening. When he withholds water, everything dries up, and when he releases it, it destroys the land. Behold, he withholdeth the waters, and they dry up. Also he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. True wisdom and power belong to him. The deceived and the deceiver are his. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leads counselors away barefoot, and makes judges go mad. He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh the judges fools. 18. He releases the bonds put on by kings, and fastens a belt around their waists. He looseth the bond of kings, and girdeth their loins with a girdle. He leads priests away barefoot, and overthrows established leaders. He leadeth princes away spoiled, and overthroweth the mighty. He deprives trusted advisers of speech, and takes away the elders' good judgment. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged. He pours out contempt on nobles, and disarms the strong. He poureth contempt upon princes, and weakeneth the strength of the mighty. He reveals mysteries from the darkness, and brings the deepest darkness into light. He discovereth deep things out of darkness, and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. He makes nations great, then destroys them. He enlarges nations, then leads them away. He increaseth the nations, and destroyeth them. He enlargeth the nations, and straighteneth them again. He deprives the world's leaders of reason, and makes them wander in a trackless wasteland. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth, and causeth them to wander in a wilderness where there is no way. They grope around in darkness without light. He makes them stagger like a drunkard. They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunken man. 13, beloved, Job chapter 13. Here we go. Subtitle reads, Job says his friends' proverbs are ashes. Verse 1. Look, my eyes have seen all this. My ears have heard and understood it. Lo, mine eye hath seen all this. Mine ear hath heard and understood it. Everything you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you. What ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Yet I prefer to speak to the Almighty and argue my case before Abba. Surely I would speak to the Almighty and desire to reason with Abba. You use lies like plaster. You are all worthless healers. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. If only you would shut up and let that be your wisdom. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Amen. Hear now my argument, and listen to my defense. Hear now my reasoning, and hearken to the pleadings of my lips. Would you testify unjustly on Abba's behalf, or speak deceitfully before him? Will ye speak wickedly for Abba, and talk deceitfully for him? Would you show partiality to him or argue the case in his defense? Will ye accept his person? Will ye contend for Abba? Would it go well if he examined you? Would you deceive him as you would deceive a man? Is it good that he should search you out? Or as one man mocketh another, do ye so mock him? Surely he would rebuke you if you secretly showed partiality. He will surely reprove you if ye do secretly accept persons. Would Abba's majesty not terrify you? Would his dread not fall on you? Shall not his excellency make you afraid, and his dread fall upon you? Your memorable sayings are proverbs of ash. Your defenses are made of clay. Your remembrances are like unto ashes, your bodies to bodies of clay. Subtitle, beloved, says, Job is sure he will be vindicated. Amen. Be quiet, and I will speak. Let whatever comes happen to me. Hold your peace. Let me alone, that I may speak, and let come on me what will. Amen. I will put myself at risk and take my life in my own hands. Wherefore do I take my flesh in my teeth and put my life in mine hand? Even if he kills me, I will hope in him. I will still defend my ways before him. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain mine own ways before him. Amen. We walk our own walk, beloved, and he is our leader. Yes, this will result in my deliverance, for no godless person can appear before him. He also shall be my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before him. Pay close attention to my words. Let my declaration ring in your ears. Hear diligently my speech, and my declaration with your ears. Now then, I have prepared my case. I know that I am right. Behold, now I have ordered my cause. I know that I shall be justified. Can anyone indict me? If so, I will be silent and die. Who is he that will plead with me? For now, if I hold my tongue, I shall give up the ghost. Only grant these two things to me, Abba, so that I will not have to hide from your presence. Only do not two things unto me. Then will I not hide myself from thee. Remove your hand from me, and do not let your terror frighten me. Withdraw thine hand far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid. Then call, and I will answer. For I will speak, and you can respond to me. Then call thou, and I will answer, or let me speak, and answer thou me. How many iniquities and sins have I committed? Reveal to me my transgression and sin. How many are mine iniquities and sins? Make me to know my transgression and my sin. Amen. Why do you hide your face and consider me your enemy? Wherefore hidest thou thy face and holdest me for thine enemy? Will you frighten a wind-driven leaf? Will you chase after dry straw? Wilt thou break a leaf driven to and fro? And wilt thou pursue the dry stubble? For you record bitter accusations against me, and make me inherit the iniquities of my youth. For thou writest bitter things against me, and makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth. Ain't that the truth? How the accuser accuses. You put my feet in the stocks, and stand watch over all my paths, setting a limit for the soles of my feet. Thou puttest my feet also in the stocks, and lookest narrowly unto all my paths. Thou settest a print upon the heels of my feet. A person wears out like something rotten, like a moth-eaten garment. And he, as a rotten thing, consumeth as a garment that is moth-eaten. Chapter 14, beloved. Subtitle reads, Iyov speaks of the finality of death. Anyone born of woman is short of days and full of trouble. Man that is born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. He blossoms like a flower, then withers. He flees like a shadow, and does not last. He cometh forth like a flower, and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow, and continueth not. Do you really take notice of one like this? Will you bring me into judgment against you? And dost thou open thine eyes upon such an one, and bringest me into judgment with thee? Who can produce something pure from what is impure? No one. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Since a person's days are determined, and the number of his moths depend on you, months depends on you, and since you have set limits, he cannot pass. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Look away from him and let him rest, so that he can enjoy his day like a hired worker. Turn from him that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as an hireling his day. There is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again, and its shoots will not die. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. If its roots grow old in the ground, and its stump starts to die in the soil, though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground, the scent of water makes it thrive and produce twigs like a sapling. Yet through the scent of water it will bud and bring forth boughs like a plant. But a person dies and fades away, he breathes his last, where is he? But a man dieth and wasteth away, yea, a man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? As water disappears from a lake, and a river becomes parched and dry, as the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decayeth and drieth up, so people lie down and never to rise again. They will not wake up until the heavens are no more. They will not stir from their sleep. So man lieth down and riseth not, till the heavens be no more. They shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. If only you would hide me in Sheol, and conceal me until your anger passes. If only you would appoint a time for me, and then remember me. Oh, that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou wouldest keep me in secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time and remember me. When a person dies, will he come back to life? If so, I would wait all the days of my struggle until my relief comes. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come. You would call, and I would answer you. You would long for the work of your hands. Thou shalt call, and I will answer thee. Thou wilt have a desire to the work of thine hands. For then you would count my steps, but would not take note of my sin. For now thou numberest my steps. Dost thou not watch over my sin? My rebellion would be sealed up in a bag, and you would cover over my iniquity. My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and thou sowest mine iniquity. But as a mountain collapses and crumbles, and a rock is dislodged from its place, and surely the mountain falling cometh to naught, and the rock is removed out of his place, as water wears away stones and torrents wash away the soil from the land, so you destroy a man's hope. The waters wear the stones. Thou washest away the things which grow out of the dust of the earth, and thou destroyest the hope of man. You completely overpower him, and he passes on. You change his appearance and send him away. Thou prevailest forever against him, and he passeth. Thou changest his countenance and sendest him away. Amen. If his sons receive honor, he does not know it. If they become insignificant, he is unaware of it. His sons come to honor, and he knoweth it not. And they are brought low, but he perceiveth not of them. He feels only the pain of his own body, and mourns only for himself. But his flesh upon him shall have pain, and his soul with him shall mourn. 15, beloved. Subtitle: Eliphaz speaks. Eliphaz says Job presumes much. Oh, this wretched, wretched flesh that I dwell in. It tires so quickly, beloved. Abba, have mercy and strengthen me, Abba, and give me strength to restrain this flesh. In Yahusha's name, amen. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite and said, Does a wise man answer with empty counsel, or fill himself with a hot east wind? Should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Should he argue with useless talk, or with words that serve no good purpose? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? But you even undermine the fear of Abba, and hinder meditation before him. Yea, thou castest off fear, and restraineth prayer before Abba. Your iniquity teaches you what to say, and you choose the language of the crafty. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, not I. Your own lips testify against you. Thine own mouth condemn thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee. Were you the first human ever born? Or were you brought forth before the hills? Art thou the first man that was born? Or wast thou made before the hills? Do you listen in on the counsel of Abba, or have a monopoly on wisdom? Hast thou heard the secret of Abba, and dost thou restrain wisdom to thyself? What do you know that we don't? What do you understand that is not clear to us? What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us? Both the gray-haired and the elderly are with us, older than your father. With us are both the gray-headed and the very aged men, much elder than thy father. Don't do that. Don't do that. Abba is with us. Are Abba's consolations not enough for you? Even the words that deal gently with you? Are the consolations of Abba small with thee? Is there any secret thing with thee? Why has your heart misled you, and why do your eyes flash? Why doth thine heart carry thee away? And what do thy eyes wink at? As you turn your anger against Abba and allow such words to leave your mouth, that thou turnest thy spirit against Abba, and lettest such words go out of thy mouth? What is a mere human that he should be pure, or one born of a woman that he should be righteous? What is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? If Abba puts no trust in his holy ones, and the heavens are not pure in his sight, behold, he putteth no trust in his saints, yea, the heavens are not clean in his sight. How much less one who is revolting and corrupt, who drinks injustice like water, who drinks injustice like water. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water. Subtitle: What Eliphaz has seen of life. Listen to me, and I will inform you. I will decree what I have seen. I will show thee, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare. What the wise have declared and not concealed, that came from their ancestors, which wise men have told from their fathers and have not hid it, to whom alone the land was given when no foreigner passed among them, unto whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. A wicked person writhes in pain all his days, throughout the number of years reserved for the ruthless. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. Dreadful sounds fill his ears when he is at peace. A robber attacks him. A dreadful sound is in his ears and prosperity. The destroyer shall come upon him. He doesn't believe he will return from darkness. He is destined for the sword. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for out of the sword. Help me, Abba. I'm almost done reading and I'm getting very tired. Help me. He wanders about for food, asking, where is it? He knows the day of darkness is at hand. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and distress terrify him, overwhelming him like a king prepared for battle. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. For he has stretched out his hand against Abba, and has arrogantly opposed the Almighty. For he stretcheth out his hand against Abba, and strengtheneth him, himself against the Almighty. He rushes headlong at him with his thick-studded shields. He runneth upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers. Though his face is covered with fat, and his waistline bulges with it, because he covereth his face with his fatness, and maketh collops of fat on his flanks. He will dwell in ruined cities and abandoned houses, destined to become piles of rubble. And he dwelleth in desolate cities, and in houses which no man inhabiteth, which are ready to become heaps. He will no longer be rich. His wealth will not endure. His possessions will not increase in the land. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. He will not escape from the darkness. Flames will wither his shoots, and by the breath of Abba's mouth he will depart. He shall not depart out of darkness. The flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Let him not put trust in worthless things, being led astray, for what he gets in exchange will prove worthless. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It will be accomplished before his time, and his branch will not flourish. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. He will be like a vine that drops its unripe grapes, and like an olive tree that sheds its blossoms. He shall shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the company of the godless will have no children, and fire will consume the tents of those who offer bribes. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles, and the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive trouble and give birth to evil. Their womb prepares deception. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. Last chapter, beloved. Subtitles read, Job's reply to Eliphaz. Job says friends are sorry comforters. Oh boy. But Yahusha is the best friend we have, beloved. Remember that. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many things like these. You are all miserable comforters. I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. Is there no end to your empty words? What provokes you that you continue testifying? Shall vain words have an end? Or what emboldeneth thee that thou answerest? If you were in my place, I could also talk like you. If I could string words together against you and shake my head at you. I also could speak as ye do. If your soul were in my soul's stead, I could heap up words against you, and shake mine head at you. Instead, I would encourage you with my mouth, and the consolation from my lips would bring relief. But I would strengthen you with my mouth, and the moving of my lips should assuage your grief. Subtitle, beloved, reads, Job says Abba shattered him. Amen. If I speak, my suffering is not relieved, and if I hold back, does any of it leave me? Though I speak, my grief is not assuaged, as though I forbear, would am I eased? Surely he has now exhausted me. You have devastated my entire family. But now he hath made me weary. Thou hast made desolate all my company. You have shriveled me up. It has become a witness. My frailty rises up against me and testifies to my face. And thou hast filled me with wrinkles, which is a witness against me, and my leanness rising up in me beareth witness to my face. His anger tears at me, and he harasses me. He gnashes his teeth at me. My enemy pierces me with his eyes. He teareth me in his wrath, who hateth me. He gnasheth upon me with his teeth. Mine enemy sharpeneth his eyes upon me. They open their mouths against me and strike my cheeks with contempt. They join themselves together against me. They have gaped upon me with their mouths. They have smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. Abba hands me over to the unjust. He throws me to the wicked. Abba hath delivered me to the ungodly, and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, but he shattered me. He seized me by the scruff of the neck and smashed me to pieces. He set me up as his target. I was at ease, but he hath broken me asunder. He hath also taken me by my neck, and shaken me to pieces, and set me up for his mark. His archers surround me. He pierces my kidneys without mercy, and pours my bile on the ground. His archers compass me round about. He cleaveth my reins asunder, and doth not spare. He poureth out my gall upon the ground. He breaks through my defenses again and again, charges at me like a warrior. He breaketh me with breach upon breach. He runneth upon me like a giant. I have sewn sackcloth over my skin. I have buried my strength in the dust. I have sewed sackcloth upon my skin, and defiled my horn in the dust. My face has grown red with weeping, and darkness covers my eyes. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids is the shadow of my death. Although my hands are free from violence and my prayer is pure, not for any injustice in mine hands also my prayer is pure. Earth, do not cover my blood. May my cry for help find no resting place. O earth, cover not thou my blood, and let my cry have no place. Even now my witness is in heaven, and mine advocate is in the heights. Also, behold, my witness is in heaven, and my record is on high. My friends scoff at me as I weep before Abba. Oh my goodness, that is so true. My friends scorn me, but mine eye poureth out tears unto Abba. I wish that someone might argue for a man with Abba just as anyone would for a friend. That's the truth. Oh, that one might plead for a man with Abba as a man pleadeth for his neighbor. For only a few years will pass before I go the way of no return. When a few years are come, then I shall go the way whence I shall not return. I'm done, beloved. An hour and a half it took. Well, it's for Abba. It's for the body. Like my brother says, it's for it's for the building up of the remnant. Amen. All right. Be well, beloved. I love you. I love you, my children. Shalom.